welcome back to Julian's garden. I think it's going to rain. Can you go? Can you see the cloud behind me there of the reflection? I'm so excited today because today the first day or the first time I planting spring bulbs containers. I know it's very popular, and I know a lot of you guys have a try or done it for many years, but this is the first time for me, and I'm so excited, and I want to bring you along with me. And so yes, let's get started. So first, let me show you the containers that I'm going to plant them in. I got two containers here that recently I did a video showing you how I renew or bring a new look of for the terracotta containers. And here I got another container over here, and I want to plant some spring bulbs in here as well, so that could be beautiful. And I got this container for quite a while now, and this thing on it, I don't know what it's called, and it wasn't it's not the color like it, but I trying to put them to spray the paint to matching the color with the container, but a little bit challenging. So go back to the spring bulb. Let me show you. So in this basket I got 90s tulips bulbs. So these tulips that I were given by a friend, and she worked for the landscaping company, and her company kind like do a lot of landscaping, and at the end of the season, and then they need to dug out the tulips, and after that she got a lot, and then she gave me. So I counted it's in 90 bulbs, and of course I don't know if this season they're gonna replume it for us again or not, and also I don't know any the color of them either. So because the reason I don't know if they will bloom or not, and so that's why I will add the daffodils in the container as well. So here I got 3 types of daffodils in here. First I got this one. So for the big two large container here, each of them I can add a little bit more daffodil in there because the container bigger. So first I got this one, daffodils ice foliage, beautiful white petals and yellow in the centers. I got how many? I think 4 bags. So 4 bags, I think about 20 bulbs of daffodil. So around 20 bulbs in each container for the large container like this one. And this one, I really love the color. Oh, can't wait. If I find the color, the picture I will put on the screen so you can see. And here is the let me show you one photo. So here's the other one. This one is called Daffodil Love Cone. Beautiful daffodil, and in the center is more like a little bit fuzzy or frizzly. I'm not sure what you call that, but anyway, in the center it's more like orange. It's beautiful. I really love it. Audrey, don't play on me. Try to talk now, Audrey. And then this, I got only 2 bags of this. And then I going to put in the smaller container, the one that I just show you that in the ornate over there. So I got this one only 10 bulbs in here, and then I got this variety. Now this one I ordered from different company, and this one it's called Daffodil Camellia. I got 20 bulbs in here. So this one, I think the outer side, it looks similar like the daffodil love cone, but the difference is in the center is more peachy color than the orange of the love cone. So I think it will be beautiful, very springy color. And I did order so many other color of new variety of the daffodil as well. And I'm going to plant a lot in my backyard garden area as well. Let me show you all over there as well, because the whole area they have no spring bulb at all, so they could look very sad in the early spring. Look at that, I got so many weeds in there. All right, so and here I did buy some little bags like this in Bunding. Look at that beautiful crocus. I don't think I can plant them today, but in this box, so I just want to show you. Here's a white crocus. Look at that, beautiful, very springing color. And here's the blue bicolor anemone. You really love the blue okay, purplish color. But I'm not going to plant those today. I will plant them in different container. So first, I think and on top of that, I will add some pansy. So this try of pansy, I got a while now, and it really need to come out with tiny little containers because there are so many in there. So this one is a little bit like maroon, dark red color, and this one is more like purplish color. Let me turn this thing around so you can see better. It's really need to go out of the tiny little container. So I think it's going to be very pretty. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the containers, one in the front and one in my backyard, so I will enjoy them both when they're in bloom. And I'm going to use premium potting mix. Make sure if you plant them in your garden bed, make sure you plant them in very well drainage or very good drainage positions, because otherwise if you have too much rain and your bulbs will get rotten. And if you use the potting mix for your container as well, make sure you use very good quality of potting mix. I'm not going to add any more fertilizer in the container today because in the potting mix already have a lot of fertilizer. Now the bulbs, they won't need any nutrients at the moment, but when they shooting up and forming the leaves, and they do need nutrients, especially after they finish blooming. At that time, make sure you fertilize your container as well, because they will they will take a lot of energy store into the bulbs and to reproduce the flower for you the year after that. So make sure you fertilize around that time. And I'm going to plant them like Nasania. So now this style very popular as well. So that means we just add layer and layer of bulbs in. So first I'm going to fill the potting mix like just over 2/3 of the containers with the soil, and then I put the daffodil first, and then top up with another maybe 5 centimeters of potting mix, and then lay up on the tulips, and then top another layer of soil, and then I will plant the pansy on the top. And of course, I will have to make sure to water them into that. And normally, they recommend to plant 3 times at the tone of your bulbs. Example, I got the tulips here, just a small size of tulips, and I will add like berry like this, totally deep into the soil, so around 10 centimeters deep into the soil. And for the daffodil, kind of a little bit like the same as well, but in this case, because I'm going to to plant the daffodil first, so the daffodil, I think you can get around maybe 12 centimeters deep into the soil. I think that could be fine anyway. And make sure when you plant your bulbs, or especially like tulip and daffodil or jonquil, they are very similar as well. The pointy facing up like this, facing to the air, and the round bit like this, we lay them on the soil. And for the same like tulip as well, so the pointy like this, facing up, and the round bit like this, facing down. This one is not quite a good example, but you can see like a little bit the pointy up like this, facing up, and the round bit here, you see down here is a root that where it will form, and facing down, just like that. And I'm going to place on the container in full sun. So you can just place or you can plant your bulbs or daffodil and tulips in part sun as well. In this case, your flower of your daffodil and tulips, they could last a little bit longer than the container or the area that you plant them in full sun, because in the spring sometimes we got quite intense sun that wither the flower quicker. Alright guys, let me show you a little tour to look around. So at the end I have to water them in because at the beginning I forgot that I will plant the pansy on the top. So if I won't water them, of course they will die. So I did water them, but it wasn't like saturated at all. Just kind of quite moist enough for the pansy to rooting in. Okay, so each of this clump I got 2 pansy in each clump in this container, and in this container of course you will already see like I got daffodil on the top, and then soy, and then tulips on the top. So hopefully in the future or in springtime I can give you an update to see how they go in the at that time, to see how they're doing. I'm so pleased with the container here because I got them for a while now and I haven't done anything to them. So that's really nice. But first let me show my very first bloom of my Camellia. Alright, so here you see my very first bloom of Camellia. Wow, isn't this pretty? So beautiful, and so many buds on it. I need to put in a bigger container and nicer though than just the nursery container black like this. I like to have some colors or the terracotta, even the terracotta that I just renewed lately could be beautiful. And I still have a few more containers like that. I want to refresh them, so I think it could be nice to put the Camellia tree in as well. Alright, let's swing into this side. I got a mess everywhere. I need to clean them up though, and I think in the future or later today or tomorrow I will come out to clean up some of the spent bloom like this. This pansy already this bloom already finished. I think I will to bloom up some yellowing like this because it's really crying out of that nursery tray. And here is the last container, and of course I did water them in, and of course I need to come out here to clean up some yellowing bit like this as well, and some spent bloom when I have a chance in the afternoon or tomorrow morning. So I think that can be beautiful in the spring when they're in bloom. Hopefully the tulip will bloom for me though. Alright, so let's talk to this area a little. So the whole area that I show you maybe a video before or 2 videos before, so the whole area I had no spring bulbs at all, nothing. So I still have a lot of spring bulbs or a lot of daffodils. I order them in another box inside my house, and I will try to bring them out and plant them maybe tomorrow or when I have a chance, because I don't want to plant them too late, because my other spring bulbs I planted them here I think 2 years ago. Some other part of my yard is already shooting up. I know they are a little bit early shooting up though, but of course I don't want to plant the new daffodil bulbs too late. So that's it guys, I'm going to clean up. I got a lot of mess everywhere there, and I'll go inside and rest, sit down, have a cup of coffee. I'm very tired now actually, and see you next video. Bye bye.